Hello and welcome to The Good Life. I'm Gwen Wilson.
And I'm Pete Gatwood.
So Pete, I see you're out of the cast. How's your wrist?
Yeah, it's recovering well, thanks Gwen.
Good.
Yeah, I'm almost ready to get back on the bike. Just got to fix it first and then work up the courage.
Well, make sure you're wearing a helmet.
I always wear a helmet. And how did you spend Easter?
Great.
Did you eat lots of chocolate?
No.
Really?
No chocolate. No
You're
chocolate.
good.
No Easter eggs. No hot cross buns.
Plenty of family?
Plenty of family.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Oh, that's great.
Touch of white wine and a bit too much red.
No, nothing wrong with that. So coming up on the show this month, we'll be letting you know how you can get involved in the race against dementia with the Alzheimer's Australia Memory Walk and Jog.
We'll also be catching up with kayaker, cancer survivor and award-winning photographer Paul Durack to hear his unique story.
And later on, we'll be taking a look at the big news stories this month. And our Good Life chef Ben will be teaching us how to make tasty zucchini fritters.
But first up this month, we're catching up for a chat with Auntie Lorraine Brown and Narelle Thomas from the Coomaditchie United Aboriginal Corporation about their Capturing Culture project. Storytelling is a vital and vibrant part of Aboriginal culture, but with the shift to a more technologically focused society, there is a danger that youth become disengaged, elders become isolated, and that this culture is lost forever. At Coomaditchie United Aboriginal Corporation on New South Wales South Coast, Auntie Lorraine Brown and Co have partnered with Beyond Empathy to embrace technology through their Capturing Culture project. The project brings together Coomaditchie elders and youth to capture and bring to life through animation these important stories and wisdom.
We decided between a few of us here that we wanted to create a program that brought in our elders and getting the kids to work with the elders, because there's a lot of technology today that's taken the kids out of their culture. So it was important to start bringing them back and start teaching them to learn to respect it and to keep it going. Because if we lose it for the younger generation, then it's not there no more.
And it also gets the elderly out of the house and connecting with the younger generation where they can learn some of today's new technologies from the kids by doing this program.
Yeah, because the kids are very savvy in that. It's a vice versa thing, so the kids are learning from the old way and then the kids are teaching our elders some of the new ways.
You know any local dream stories you could tell us?
Well, the first one that I learned about was about whale and the starfish and how the animals came to Australia when they were beings before they became humans.
Bringing out a dreaming story that we're using, and the kids are going to paint the story and tell them one of the local dreaming stories. So it's keeping all the cultural things that we want in it. And when they go on country, we've got some of their other elders that are further down the coast that are connected to these kids, and they're going to take them on country and let them have a yarn to the elders about certain foods and stuff like that further down the coast.
Some of the questions were asked to the elders, like what did they used to do, you know, some of the things that they used to do when they were young. So that also brings back the memory of the elderly people that don't get to talk about it much, you know, sitting dormant for a long time unless someone's talking to them. And not all of them have got someone to go and visit and sit down with. So it's bringing them out of the house, it's keeping their minds active, and also connecting with the kids, teaching them some of the old stuff that they used to do, you know, always.
So it's getting back that respect for our elders and to learning to acknowledge their knowledge, and because a lot of kids today are all technology, and a lot of our elders haven't got that in them, that technology.
The Capturing Culture project will culminate in a public exhibition in mid-2016. In the meantime, if you want to stay up to date with the project, you can check out the Coomaditchie United Aboriginal Corporation's Facebook page.
Capturing Culture was funded by a 2015 IRT Foundation community grant. You can find out more about the program by heading to irtfoundation.org.au.
For our next story this month, we caught up with Damien Heiser from Opal and volunteer Val Fell to ask them about the importance of the Alzheimer Australia Memory Walk and Jog and about how people can get involved.
Dementia now affects an estimated 352,000 people and is the second leading cause of death in Australia. At the moment, there is no cure, and without a significant medical breakthrough, that number is expected to rise to almost 900,000 by 2050. On the way to that cure, you need to raise money to support families affected by Alzheimer's, as well as raise awareness in the broader community. And that is exactly what the Alzheimer's Australia Memory Walk and Jog is all about.
When my husband was diagnosed with Alzheimer's in 2007, my first step was to join Alzheimer's Association. And fortunately, they were about to do a memory loss course. So we went to the memory loss course, and that began my association with other people. And when my husband passed away 3 years ago, I did the Alzheimer's Support Group Leaders course, and I now run a carers group at Corrimal Community Centre once a month. And I've been involved with every memory walk that they've had. Not walking, selling raffle tickets, because I'm a bit beyond walking.
With Alzheimer's disease being the number 2, or dementia being the number 2 cause of death in Australia, you can imagine how many people it touches across Australia. And we want to support Alzheimer's Australia to grow this event, raise funds for carers, those that are directly affected, as well as those people, those families that are living with someone, helping and supporting someone living with dementia.
Well, this event is very, very important. Firstly, because it helps to raise the awareness. There are many people who really don't understand it. They have no idea what it's about. So we need to continually have events like this to raise the awareness. And secondly, of course, there's the fundraising aspect of it, because to provide the services that Alzheimer's need to provide down here, that are needed down here, you have to raise money. And that's one of the objectives, because a lot of the things that Alzheimer's do are people come to without having to pay. My sort of ambition is to get the services down here that didn't exist in 2007, so that people can, go through, navigate the course more easily than that people had to do in the past. Because people come up to you now and they say, "Oh, my mother passed away with that 12 years ago. We didn't have anything then." Well, the idea is to increase the services so that in the future, if people have a diagnosis of dementia, they know where to go to get help and support immediately.
The great thing about the Memory Walk and Jog is that it doesn't matter where you are in Australia. There are events throughout the year in every state, and if you can't attend an event, you can gather friends and family to create your own DIY Memory Walk and Jog, or simply pledge to run a certain amount of kilometres and have friends and family sponsor you online. So if you want to get involved in this worthy cause, you can find the next event closest to you at memorywalk.com.au.
And for our last feature story this month, we head to Canberra to catch up with photographer Paul Durack and Les Sullivan, the subject of his award-winning photo.
Paul Durack never imagined that he would have cancer, or that surviving cancer would lead him to become an avid kayaker and photographer. But it did. And now most days at sunrise and sunset, Paul can be found on the water of Lake Burley Griffin, snapping away with his camera. On one such morning not too long ago, Paul came across Les Sullivan and his wooden boat. Paul's quickfire photo of Les won the open category in the ACT Government's Life's Reflections photographic competition. We caught up with them both to talk about recovering from cancer, kayaking, and how art changed Paul's life.
I started out sitting in the treatment room, and I was in the 3rd cycle and all that type of stuff. And I was searching through the net, and there was a 2-for-1 sale on at Sea Kayak, and I thought I've always wanted to do it. So on the way home from the treatment, I drove myself to and from, just walked in and, lay-byed too, because I couldn't paddle for a while, and they kept them in the store for me for a while, and that's how it all started off, to be honest with you. It was something that I thought, well, why not have a bit of a stab at it, and it progressed into something that is now such a huge part of my daily routine or life.
It's a useful kind of exercise. I got into this. I fancied building a wooden boat, so I built this thing from a kit. And there's a lake here, and it doesn't seem to be that much used. I thought I'll use that lake. And I meet Paul on the lake from time to time. He seems to be all over the shop, even though he says he doesn't paddle much. He gets around.
Comes zinging by me all the time.
Particularly sunrise and sunset, you like to bump into. So
it was funny. It started out where I took my eldest boy for my first maiden paddle, and had an old phone and whatnot, and turned around and took a quick back shot, and unbelievable. There's this silhouette shot of my son with the sun burning through the fog in between. We come home, we looked at it and went, oh my God, how good's that? And then it just started to sort of grow a little bit. You know, I was sitting down in the East Basin, and that was the shot. And next minute, and I've seen him before, you know, we'd be out there and go, oh yeah, there goes that bloke there, look at that, that's really cool, that's a cool boat, you know, I love the boat. And I was sitting down there in the basin, and next minute here he comes rowing through, and I just thought, you know, perfect. You know, light was great, everything was just really nice. And as that he's sort of looking around at me, he was staring into the sun, you know, and he couldn't even see me.
Oh, that was a bit of a surprise. It's a photogenic boat, but the guy rowing's a bit of a different case, I think.
Oh, you're always your own worst critic. You're always your own worst critic in your photos, aren't you?
I should have trimmed my beard that day. You know?
Oh, look, I haven't entered into many competitions at all. And I saw the comp and the shots that I had, and I thought, I don't know, I'll just throw it in and see, you know, until you have a go, you never know, I suppose. And I didn't expect to pick any categories or prizes. And the circles that it's taking me now in where before, you know, I'm a plumber. So I was embedded in the world of construction and all this type of stuff, okay? Now, after doing this in the last couple of years, I'm going to openings, I'm going over the Nishi Gallery, I'm talking to you guys. And, you know, that type of it, and with the community now, it's nice. I'm involved in different groups and fractions as a result of a bit of photography. Yeah, it's nice.
If you want to see more of Paul's incredible photography, you can find him online at kayakcameraman.com.
And now we look at the big news stories affecting older Australians this month. The New South Wales Seniors Festival is currently underway until the 10th of April. Older Australians are being encouraged to grow young, and there's a wealth of experiences on offer across the state to help stimulate your mind, reinvigorate your body and enrich your life. Organisers say the festival plays an important role in bringing seniors together and encouraging a proactive attitude and positive state of mind. It's also designed to celebrate and recognise the contributions seniors make to New South Wales communities. Visit the website on your screen to find out what's happening in your area and to get involved. What is your most treasured possession? Does its value come from an emotional attachment rather than its price tag? An upcoming project will help socially isolated seniors explore the meaning behind their treasured ornaments, photographs and other keepsakes. The Treasured Possessions Project, run through the University of Sydney, will help seniors explore the emotional value of the precious objects. Researcher Dr. Kimberly Joy Knight said the core aim of the program is to reduce isolation by fostering positive emotional experiences and memories. For more information, visit the website on your screen. And finally, it's April, so Anzac Day is just around the corner. The centenary of Anzac from 2014 to 2018 marks 100 years since our involvement in the First World War. The highlight of the centenary is a travelling exhibit, the Spirit of Anzac Centenary Experience, which features some 200 items from pre-First World War Australia to the present day. The exhibit, which is midway through its national tour, will visit 23 capital and regional cities in total until April next year. This month, it's on display in Tamworth before crossing the border into Queensland. For more information on the tour, visit spiritofanzac.gov.au.
Well, we're back in our fantastic Good Life kitchen, and we have our fabulous Good Life chef Ben back again. Welcome back to the show, Ben.
Thank you, Peter. How are you?
I'm well, thanks. And yourself?
Pretty good.
That's good. Keeping well?
Yes, I am.
And what's on the agenda this afternoon?
Well, I've got some nice zucchini fritters today with some peas, parmesan, a bit of oregano in there.
Looks wonderful.
So, simple dish.
Yep.
All goes into a bowl. We make them up and we fry them off. Very quick.
All done in one pan?
All done in one pan.
The whole meal is there? That's it? We don't need anything else?
Don't need anything else.
Looks pretty good to me and looks nutritional to me too.
Well, it is. So let's get into it and start.
What's first?
So about 700 grams of zucchinis, just grated, straight in a bowl. Now I've got some cooked rice here, and that's about 250, 300 grams of raw rice and just cooked up. So cook that beforehand and just add that to your mixture. Some onion, some peas, and these are frozen peas, Peter.
That's good.
Again, some grated parmesan, crushed garlic.
Yes, we can't go without the garlic, can we?
No, we love our garlic here.
We certainly do.
Some fresh oregano, and if you haven't got fresh, dried is just as good. And nutmeg.
Nutmeg.
Okay.
It's an interesting flavour.
Well, it is a very nice flavour. Just punches it up a little bit. And I've got some plain flour here, just to bind it all together. And just 2 eggs.
2 eggs.
So now, again, I like getting my hands in it. So this is one of those things where...
I won't stick my hand in.
No. This is where you can get involved if you've got grandchildren over. Or, you can get them involved too. And it's fun. So we'll get in there, we just start mixing it.
And cooking should be fun, correct?
Well, exactly right. So, and as we mix it, we start to get the squeeze and the water comes out of the zucchini, and that's where all the binding comes together. There you go, and that's mixed. So all it is just basically make up into a ball. You could use an ice cream scoop.
Yeah.
Just scoop it out. But while my hands are all all there.
The ice cream scoop doesn't sound like as much fun.
No. So just get them going.
And these will bind together okay when they're cooked?
That's correct. So everything will come together. So we've got a fair few there. Okay.
Getting a wonderful smell of onion and zucchini and garlic coming through.
Well, that's it. And it's the process has started.
Yeah, it has.
Let's get the pan hot.
You're going to cook in oil or butter?
Oil for this one. Okay, because it takes a little bit of time to cook them. And if we add the butter, we'll find the butter will burn and we'll get a bit of flavour. Okay. So just add our oil. Now we're going to add a little bit of oil, extra oil to this. So we're going to, I suppose, not shallow fry, but a little bit of oil we need to start going. So we'll get it hot. I'll just give them a bit of a pat down.
Oh yeah, sizzling nicely.
There you go.
But
you can slightly turn down your heat. You don't want to burn it, so slightly turn down and just cooking it. So just going to
flatten them a little bit.
Flatten them out. So we just gently get a spatula. Just flip them over.
Oh yeah. They've held together well, Ben.
They have. You sound surprised.
Oh, they look delicious. The brown with the green zucchini and the peas, just aesthetically, it's a beautiful combination.
It's a nice colour, and you smell the flavour because remember you've got some parmesan here, so that's just toasting up nicely too and giving it some flavour and colour as well.
Now that is simple and quick.
It is quick, and you can do them. I suppose you can do them beforehand, warm them up. You can have them with as a side dish on the main meal or a meal on its own. So they're quite versatile, and I wish people here could just smell this because this is fantastic.
It's awesome.
Nice colour on top, bit of colour on the bottom, so ready to plate up, very simple. So again.
Yes, they've held together very well.
Yep. As I said before, I wish people could be here and smell this.
Oh yeah.
Simple.
Very simple.
Zucchini fritters with peas and parmesan cheese.
Yeah, fantastic.
Okay.
You've excelled yourself again.
Oh, thank you very much, but now it's time for the test.
Oh, my favourite time. Oh, I'm getting all sorts of. Oh, the zucchini flavour comes through, but not, subtly, not strong, but it's nice and moist. Got the crisp bits around the edge. Got the sweetness of the peas.
That's right.
And the parmesan I can taste as well.
That's correct.
Absolutely beautiful. I could see kids liking this too, Ben.
Well, this is the thing, as I said to you, it's a dish you can all get involved to make. Put it together, cook it together, and eat it and have fun. Kids and adults alike.
Absolutely beautiful. Well done.
Right.
You've done it again.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks, Ben.
That's our show for this month. Our thanks to Coomaditchie United Aboriginal Corporation, Alzheimer's Australia, Paul Durack and Les Sullivan for being on the show.
The next episode of The Good Life will be available in early May. In the meantime, don't forget to subscribe to our channel on YouTube. I'm Pete Gatwood.
And I'm Gwen Wilson. And we'll see you next time on The Good Life.